For the last 30 years, Chief Eric Kurska walked around these trucks, but tonight he's hanging up his gear for good. Authorities confirmed that a small private plane crashed nearby late Sunday night, and they were able to quickly clear the scene. The last of the fire crews actually just left, and they put up caution tape around the house behind me. And as you can see, I'm stepping out of frame to give you guys a better view. It's significantly damaged, and the explosion last night actually resulted in the death of one woman. Turning now to the Minnesota Capitol, where a new bill is making its way through the State House, which would require school districts to create a cardiac arrest emergency response plan. The party here at Chip Shots has already gotten underway. There's music, there's food, there's drinks, and as you can see behind me, there's some people getting a jump start on their New Year's resolutions. Reactions on those tariffs are already pouring in from local lawmakers. Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley is weighing in on the situation. It was at this intersection where 2-year-old Anastasia Westfall was left severely injured after she was the victim of a hit-and-run crash. Police say a suspect crashed into the house right behind me. Now you can see fresh tire tracks in the snow all the way leading up to the spot where the house was hit. And the employees I spoke to say multiple people have been fired or suspended in a way that violates their union agreement with their employer. Well, time is running out for anyone hoping to break into Minnesota's legal cannabis industry. Every day, Joe Satterdahlin makes the 45-minute trek up to Mayo Clinic from Leroy, but he's not driving there for work. He's making the trip to save his life with a daily blood transfusion.
It's literally like winning the Powerball every time the nurses will bring a blood product in.
Joe's journey with cancer has been a long one. Nearly 3 decades ago, he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He was given a research drug to treat it and lived normally for years. But in 2019, he was diagnosed with leukemia brought on by the drug and was given 1 to 3 months to live. But that was 6 years ago.
Fight, fight, fight.
He was given a stem cell transplant from his brother in 2019, but his cancer relapsed 87 days later, and he landed in long-term chemo. But he continued fighting, staying active, and making it a goal to walk the distance of the world.
Gotta work those muscles. Use them or lose them.
Walking 24,901 miles in just about 5.5 years.
Today's all we got. Nothing's promised for tomorrow.
All throughout bone marrow biopsies, hospital stays, and more, in an effort to be as healthy as possible.
I just want to keep on trying to prove to the doctors that I'm in it with them. I'm the team member, and as long as I'm doing my job, then I expect that they'll do theirs as well.
In August 2024, Joe's cancer relapsed again, and his doctors gave him a short time to live. But now, months later, he's still going, thanks to the daily, if not twice daily, blood transfusions he receives.
If it wasn't for the donations for myself and for other people that are in the same journey, then we wouldn't be alive. It's everything.
His family says those transfusions make a world of difference for Joe.
When he's not feeling good, he'll go and get a transfusion, and he's a new person when he leaves there.
For Joe, his wife Pam, and their 15-year-old son, it's been a long and hard journey, but Pam says it's all about finding the middle.
We just kind of live one day at a time and stay in the middle and, get as much out of each day and treat each other and other people the best you can.
And his journey is inspiring others around him to live healthier, something he and his family say is a silver lining.
It's just kind of like this butterfly effect, where you helped one person quit smoking, but you benefited everyone that they know. You might not be the person that stopped a war or cured cancer, but if you could touch lives that way, I think that's something to feel pretty good about.
His smile, everything about him was just perfect. You couldn't get any better.
For Emma Sullivan, there are no words to describe the loss of her 2-year-old son, Isaiah Stamfa.
Literally a piece of me is gone, and that's hard.
Isaiah was killed on July 6, 2023, while in the care of Austin Navarro, who watched the toddler as Sullivan went to work. That's when Sullivan's life was turned upside down. An autopsy showed extensive injuries to the boy, including serious bruising, internal bleeding, a lacerated liver, and more. All factors in his death being ruled a homicide. The man who was supposed to take care of him now charged with the toddler's murder and for assaulting another child inside the home.
This was someone that we thought we could trust. And when this happened, literally everybody's world just fell apart.
Now, over a year later, Navarro facing the judge and Isaiah's family, taking responsibility for the gruesome crime. It was a moment Sullivan says her broken family desperately needed.
Him saying, he did it, it's almost kind of like closure. Not 100%, obviously, but it does bring a piece of closure just hearing him say, yeah, I had to do that.
Navarro struck a deal, agreeing to 25 years behind bars. It's a guilty plea the family says will finally help them heal.
I want us to be able to move forward from here and just keep acting like he's still here with us always and forever.
It's his memory, Sullivan says she wants his siblings to never forget.
We're just gonna live life to the fullest. We're gonna celebrate that my other son is still here today after everything that happened to him as well, and just try to keep all the pain away.
62,000 chickens. That's about how many birds owned by Pure Prairie Poultry are living in the barns of Wisconsin farmers Terry and Dawn. Terry and Dawn own the buildings and care for the birds, while Pure Prairie pays for the food under their contract. These farmers say the agreement was running smoothly until just a few months ago.
All of June, we didn't get anything. We didn't get any reimbursements. We didn't get any payment.
After a Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing with over 900 creditors was dismissed by the court last week, Terry and Dawn received an email saying the Charles City plant was closing its doors. The farmers say they are owed nearly $100,000 by Pure Prairie Poultry, and the chickens on their farm have gone days without being fed.
We can't get through the barns anymore because there is too many birds that are dying.
The farmers say those birds are so starving, they are now resorting to eating each other.
You can't give them feed at this point. They'll kill each other to get it.
Terry and Dawn are heartbroken, but say there is nothing they can do at this point. Pure Prairie Poultry has other contract farms in Minnesota and Iowa. And on Wednesday, the Iowa Department of Agriculture took custody of about 1.3 million chickens, which will now be fed using taxpayer dollars. Terry and Dawn say they don't know why Minnesota and Wisconsin have not done the same. And it's frustrating for them because they can't afford to feed that many chickens on their own.
We've called and nothing's been done. We don't have that in our budget.
The chickens are supposed to be removed from their barns on Monday. And though they will all have to be put down, Terry and Dawn say it will be somewhat of a relief.
Can't wait till they're gone. I feel so bad, but I can't do anything about it.